Well, everyone, my name is Mark Futrell. I just want to introduce myself. I'm an account executive here at KaarTech. And just want to thank you again for joining us today for this SAP Business Technology Platform discussion. Looks like, let me check, we have around 300 people so far joining, and now they're continuing to join, which I think really goes to show you just how important BTP is going to be moving to the future. Over the last year, we've all heard a lot about BTP. However, it is important to really understand the critical components to help your business to embrace technology-led innovation, keeping the core clean, and how to get started, which we'll be covering for the next 30 minutes. So welcome again. So the agenda for today's webinar is why SAP BTP, right? Complete suite of the intelligent enterprise, but really the value proposition of the pillars. Next, real-world success stories that we've encountered and implemented as KaarTech. Next, we'll move over to our partnership and collaboration with SAP. So I'm excited to introduce everybody. Today, our speakers, very knowledgeable on the BTP platform. First, with SAP, we have Terence Chu, Solution Advisor, Steve Rietzke, Director of Partner Channel Monetization, and then from our end, will be Arpith Bhat, who's our expert in BTP. So with that, I'll send it over to Steve.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, and hello, everyone. It's great to be here with KaarTech. As Mark mentioned, I work in business development with partners who are selling and distributing and working with us and implementing SAP Business Technology Platform in North America. And today I have with me Terence Chu, who is part of the same SAP partner ecosystem success organization. And our role is to support KaarTech and support customers who are working with SAP in that capacity to develop use cases and make the use of SAP BTP more valuable in their organizations. So it's great to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I'd like to thank KaarTech for inviting Steve and I to this conversation. We thought that we would set the stage by talking about SAP Business Technology Platform, or BTP, an overview and why it's heavily strategic for SAP. And it's the way forward. It's the way we do things, and we deliver innovation to our customers today. We all know that modern businesses depend heavily on digital technology platforms. The key enabler, innovation enabler, makes a big difference. What's equally important is not only the right technology platform, but the ability to take advantage of that platform to innovate faster and turn that into things that matter. Customer satisfaction, brand perception, talent management, and so on. SAP has been helping organizations for the last 50 years, so we understand your needs. Every business that I speak to is looking into new business models in order to differentiate themselves from the competition and avoid being disrupted by others. All of the customers that I speak to heavily depend on data to make decisions. They want to accelerate business outcomes by empowering everyone, not just developers, in delivering those data-driven decisions. And it's all about moving to the cloud safely and simply. SAP and our customers are undertaking this journey with RISE. And at the same time, we realize that not everything can move to the cloud. So we want to be able to deliver that data, those data-driven decisions in a hybrid situation where some of your line of business applications are on the cloud or moving to the cloud, and some remain on-premise. So we have proven experience to help you succeed. 66 of the 100 companies in the world, the largest companies in the world, use BTP today. We spent the last 10 years building an ecosystem to support that journey. We have nearly 2,000 partners that implement their solutions on top of SAP BTP. And we've trained many people on content that we continue to deliver free on BTP. And this includes not only content, but landscapes where customers can take advantage of free landscapes to try out BTP and test out, work on prototypes on BTP. More than 800, close to 800 partner apps are actually built on BTP, and SAP itself is delivering many innovations and applications that are built on BTP. It's heavily strategic to SAP. And we do this not only by delivering a platform, and I'll talk about what BTP is in a couple of minutes, but we also deliver content that comes with BTP, pre-built extensions, pre-built data pipelines, pre-built data integrations that can be reused and used right out of the box on top of the business applications that we already provide. So BTP is the platform for all SAP landscapes. And multiple things drive this platform. We want to make sure that our customers can continue to make better decisions based on the data, that they can continue to optimize and automate critical business processes. And at the core of BTP is the notion of keeping the core clean. SAP for a long time has focused on being able to separate the innovations that we provide, the lessons learned, the best practices that we've derived from the customers that use SAP, and the extensions or the things that make our customers unique, the secret sauce, so to speak. And finally, we want to help customers move to the cloud. SAP business applications are in the process of undertaking this journey, and we want to deliver a platform that allows our customers to continue to continue to drive the decisions that they derive from SAP applications and use that on the cloud too. So what is SAP BTP? Simply put, it's a platform that enables extensions, and extensions are business applications that present unique use cases that customers have on top of SAP standard content, which is the applications that you already use today that drive operational needs around things like manufacturing, human resource management, customer relation management, and extensions allow you to add more context, allows you to add enhancements that are unique to your businesses. SAP BTP is also a platform for SAP to deliver innovations, particularly around AI. Some of you may have listened to the TechEd conference that concluded recently and seen some of the announcements that SAP has made around AI, particularly generative AI. So it's a comprehensive platform that delivers a unified development environment so that both the professional developer persona as well as the departmental citizen business developers can use to build complete applications. We do that by delivering multiple 90+ services that cover the gamut of what one needs to use to build a complete application. Not only is it a unified data and application platform, it also comes with pre-built data models, things that can be used right out of the box, focused around data models, pre-built integrations into SAP and non-SAP applications, workflows, templates, and business services. And then finally, BTP is focused around self-service, the whole notion of self-service, whether it is data discovery, modeling, planning, analytics, etc., and being able to use a service in order to build something in and pick from a palette of 90 plus services, but still retain the compliance and governance that SAP is heavily focused on. So BTP is, again, at the heart of what BTP is, a platform that allows our customers and SAP itself to build new things. And we deliver BTP as a compendium of 90 plus services that are organized in of themselves into 5 pillars. And I'm focusing on the bottom part of this slide. We categorize, or we these services into 5 pillars. The services can perhaps focus around things like app development, where when you use a particular service, or more commonly a group of services, so that you can build a production class application that extends SAP. We have services that focus around automation, where you can optimize and automate results of processes that either exist in SAP or the processes that you build on top of SAP. Integration is another pillar of BTP, where we allow you to connect to different data sources, whether it's SAP or non-SAP, no matter where they exist, whether it's cloud, hybrid, private clouds, on-premise, and then being able to drive decision and analytics with a complete set of data and analytics functions. And then finally, it's the platform that SAP uses to deliver innovations, particularly around AI, around the data that we store in trust for our customers. BTP, beyond just a technology platform, is heavily strategic to SAP. We deliver our processes that span lines of businesses, things like recruit to retire, source to pay, and all these portfolio of applications are built on top of BTP. We reuse the services that we talk about, that we 90 plus services that we organize into 5 pillars, and we use that to deliver integrated solutions that touch multiple lines of business applications. BTP, and I talked about the fact that SAP delivers, for example, our industry cloud applications. They're completely built on BTP. And there are about 50 of them and growing. And these industry cloud applications deliver these processes that span multiple SAP and non-SAP data sources or applications. More than 750 partner cloud applications built on BTP itself are out there that are delivered through our catalog of applications. So BTP is fairly mature. We use it, our partners use it, and we've trained an ecosystem of delivery partners to deliver on the BTP, partners such as KaarTech. I want to double click a little bit on the services that make up BTP, and then stress that the fact that you're using BTP, whether you're using one service or you're using all 90 services to build an application. These services are organized into 5 pillars, and they focus around things like application development. And I just want to call out a couple of things from this column. We target the professional developers through runtimes where they can bring the expertise in familiar runtimes such as Java or JavaScript and leverage that expertise to build an application that extends SAP. This includes the developers that are heavily versed in ABAP, which is SAP's language that is used to build was used to build applications, and it continues to be heavily relevant today. We also target the citizen developers who may prefer a low-code or no-code environment, and we offer capabilities so that they can build an application with a drag-and-drop interface with little or no coding involved. We also focus on things like digital experience in this pillar, where we deliver libraries and capabilities so that applications that customers build, partners build, look like SAP applications. They leverage the same design language and a plugin into the portals such as Launchpad or WorkZone that SAP uses itself to deliver applications. The second pillar is about automation, where we provide functions, multiple services around things like workflow management, robotic process automation, and being able to process and monitor processes in flight, whether they're on the cloud or whether they're on-premise or a combination of both. Obviously, BTP is used for data-driven applications that are data-driven, and the ability to integrate data or processes either through an API-led integration, a process integration, or a data integration when you're moving data around. Those capabilities come with BTP. And not only that, we provide pre-built templates and code so that perhaps you might want to connect to SAP Finance and you'd like to explore the data dictionary of SAP. We make it available in BTP where you can select that and it's pre-built for you and you can use it and then modify it perhaps and be extremely productive from the get-go. SAP delivers a complete data management platform inside BTP. So you can do things like store data through perhaps and utilize the power of HANA Cloud, which is one of the 90 services that is available. Or you could create a data warehouse through DataSphere, which is yet another one of the services that comprise of BTP. And finally, SAP is investing in services that provide our customers the ability to use AI, machine learning, and things around, and future investments and announcements and capabilities around generative AI, where you could use Gen AI to perhaps build your code, discover, ask questions of the data that you already store, and continue to add to using SAP business applications.
Why KaarTech really for BTP? KaarTech has a strong BTP pre-sales expertise to come up with the best solution approach, really tailor-made for each customer. We've been in this, we're early adopter, I guess, to BTP, so we have a lot of experience there. So we've really taken our knowledge to really talk to our customer to really tailor-make that BTP approach for them. But as well as we have over 60 dedicated BTP consultants, and as well as completed over 25 BTP projects globally. And so I'll turn that over to Arpith now to kind of discuss a few of those projects. Arpith.
Thank you, Mark. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. So I'm Arpith Bhat, SAP BTP expert from KaarTech Technologies, helping customer implement BTP solutions, strategize the BTP roadmap for them. So we all know that there are around 90 plus BTP services. So talking about there are around 90 plus services available as of today in BTP space, where many of the services would be used repeatedly or most of the customer use based on the use cases or the industry that they are from. So here on the screen are some of the featured or most important services that is used by KaarTech for multiple customers. And these are not only the services, but these are the majority of services used. So starting with, I'd not go deep into each service, but on a high level, just give a gist of each service. Okay, so SAP Integration Suite includes SAP Cloud Integration. This helps customer to integrate between multiple systems, not SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP, and non-SAP to SAP. There are around 2,800 plus standard interfaces ready to be deployed without any development efforts. Also, can we go to the previous slide, please? Yeah, sorry. So here we have open connectors to connect to different systems. There is migration assessment, which helps you to migrate from on-premise middleware to cloud integration. Business Application Studio is used for the development of application using different open source tools. SAP Analytical Cloud will help you for planning and analytics of the insights, to provide insights to your business. SAP Build has work zone apps and SAP Build process automation, which helps to have a unified portal, to have robotic process automation and workflow management embedded into the tool. There are other tools as well, which helps us for security purpose, that is single sign-ons. We have a BAP environment, which would help us to develop custom reports using RAP methodology. Also, there are other core services that would be used with different for different use cases. Moving on to the next slides. These are different customer success stories which we have implemented based on the use case or the pain points that the customer has. So this is one of the customer who is from the construction section. So they had a timesheet application which was having a lot of issues with respect to the data sync, with respect to error handling. So we built multiple timesheet applications using different services of BTP. So this had a tight integration with S/4HANA as well as SuccessFactors, Employee Central, and Employee Central. Moving on to the second customer success story. This was for a manufacturing company, a global company, where we had developed a mobile-based application using BTP with multiple services, having integration with multiple SAP as well as non-SAP system to provide activities and tasks directly to their mobile, so that the customer team can use the mobile devices and without losing any data on a daily basis. Moving on to the customer success story 3. This is for a conglomerate which we have built multiple solutions for multiple departments using different services of BTP. And also this customer we have implemented SAC, that is SAP Analytical Cloud, by having 30 plus success stories, as well as we have built industry-specific solution for them using BTP. So now we have talked about multiple pillars, we have talked about services, and then the customer stories. But there would be a question always running in everyone's mind that where shall I start? How shall I start with BTP, or which is my kickstart for the BTP, right? So this is where the maturity model of BTP comes into place. This answers all the question on where to start your journey, or if you have already kickstarted your journey, where should I move on? How should the roadmap of the BTP be? And what should I do to implement BTP solutions for my company? So to start with, we work with multiple customers to strategize their business. Strategize as in, to give an example, this, as we already know, BTP is built or is used for having a core clean. So which means that it will help you during your upgrade cycles, or it will help you to keep your custom developments outside your core SAP system. So in that case, we talk about custom reports, custom developments, or the RISE objects, right? So when we talk about kickstarting the journey, first we need to analyze, because most of you would be moving from ECC to S4, or from some legacy system to S4, or already you will be in S4 with heavy customizations before moving to BTP. So we need to analyze your RISE objects, strategize that. For example, you might have multiple interface technologies available internally to your landscape. So we need to strategize where exactly the SAP's integration suite would come, and where you would use the third-party middlewares. When it comes to developments, we need to see how the extension would work in BTP, which are the enhancements or the reports would be part of in-app extensibility and side-by-side. So such kind of strategizing the tool, as well as what services fits to your industry and what services fits to your use cases, we need to analyze, and that would be your kickstarting the journey or a roadmap to the BTP. The next important point is the BTP adoption, where you need to adopt the BTP, have the cloud mindset, and keeping the clean core mindset to move to the BTP. Then the next step is establishing the BTP standards. Based on that, you might have different skill sets internal to your business or internal to your IT. So you need to scale up to have your team enabled to BTP and kickstart the BTP journey. Then coming to the scalable execution, it's like continuous improvement, continuous innovation to have a future-ready enterprise state. And then the most important thing is building the BTP Center of Excellence, where you would enable your team, build a Center of Excellence team internal to your IT, so that any decisions or any use cases regarding to the BTP should be first taken, the decisions and everything to be taken by the BTP Center of Excellence. So this states what the BTP maturity model is. So I would hand over it to Mark and Steve for the next part.
Mark, I guess I can take this one. Does that make sense?
This is our partnership collaboration with SAP. So take it, Steve.
Yeah, thank you. So I think you've heard already from Mark and Terence and Arpith about the deep capability of KaarTech, the experience with customers, and whether your goals are to unlock the value of your data, create more seamless integration with your SAP and non-SAP systems, whether development of extensions, simple extensions, or professionally coded extensions. These capabilities are available within the services of Business Technology Platform. And our great partnership and alliance with KaarTech allows you to come to SAP directly. So KaarTech is a services partner of SAP and a reseller. So you can, typically customers under $1 billion or what we would consider in the mid-market, you can come to KaarTech and purchase SAP services through the alliance, through the KaarTech alliance. So we have a great trust in KaarTech and the ability to enable their teams and bring our Business Technology Platform services to you for those. And when we talk about how easy it is, you can begin with the services of SAP through an annual subscription, which is sort of the customary way, but then also we're moving more and more into a consumption mode. So we have cloud enterprise agreements that allow you to essentially consume as you need the services from SAP and or KaarTech as you go. So you can experiment essentially with use cases and then build that momentum and really truly unlock the value of your business, your data, and SAP, and with the help of KaarTech. Just simple. Just want to make some comments there, and thanks for the opportunity. So.
Great, thanks, Steve. And SAP has been a great partner for us as well. We have multiple IPs at the SAP store, such as KTurn and KEBS. We've heard a lot of great information today from Steve and Terence and Arpith. So I'll let you all kind of digest that for a second before we go to Q&A. So we'll give you a few minutes to think about some questions you may have. But in the meantime, I just want to give a brief little overview about KaarTech and our history. We're the largest pure play SAP consulting firm globally with over 10 locations. We have 2,500 employees, of which 90% are certified and SAP consultants. We have 75 plus S4 implementations with over 3,000 projects. And as I mentioned before, our IP excellence, KTurn, which if anyone's going through an ECC to S4 transformation, this is an assessment tool that really builds that roadmap and guides you through that process. QPEX is for our wholesale and manufacturing, and then KEBS, which are our professional services, and it really works well and goes hand in hand with S4 to fill in a few gaps, such as timesheets and project management. But some of the industries we excel at: professional services, oil and gas, chemicals, wholesale distribution, high tech, but we play well in all the verticals. And the last thing I like to point out is one thing that really separates KaarTech from other SIs, especially in the mid-market, so that 500 million to 1.5 billion, right around in there, is that not only do we offer S4 capabilities in digital transformation, but we also have expertise in Ariba, SuccessFactors, SAC, and as we learned today, BTP. So we really are a one-stop shop for anyone looking to do more than just S4.